Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video. Hopefully you guys are having a great day. But today, after Sony released the PS5 trailer and it had a little preview of NBA 2K21, Twitter exploded and everyone started talking about NBA 2K21, what they felt was wrong with NBA 2K20 and how they can make it better for NBA 2K21. So as a community, listen, we know the community, we love to complain. No matter what the game is like, we're gonna complain. So I decided to put a tweet out so everyone could complain in one spot and I could kind of filter through it and find the most broken things on this game so we can make sure for 2K21 they change it. So I tweeted, most broken things on NBA 2K20 gameplay, go. Now I want to make sure that we bring awareness to all the issues, so make sure you guys right now, we might have missed some stuff on Twitter. Comment right now the most broken things in your opinion on NBA 2K20, because the more people talking about it, the more people bring it to the attention of the developers, the better chance we have to get it corrected for NBA 2K21. Also, real quick, if y'all could just drop a like for me, that would help me out a lot. Plus, more people will see the video, bringing more attention and getting more topics taken care of before 2K21 drops. But here we go. First tweet we got was spamming steal and it takes me out of my dribble animations. I can't agree with this anymore, and I have an example to show you. This is in the mypark, so I'm just spamming crossover, left, right, left, right. Now watch when he reaches. It stops my crossover, and you see it keeps making me protect the ball with my right hand. I'm just trying to cross, but as you can see, him reaching stops me from doing a dribble move. Now, if you play this game a lot and you play guard, you know exactly what I'm talking about. If you only play the game once in a while, maybe you don't play guard, you only play center, you probably don't understand how annoying this is. It literally cancels out whatever the ball handler is trying to do. Now, this is completely unrealistic, first of all. If we're trying to make the most realistic basketball game, if Kyrie Irving is dribbling the ball and the defender reaches on him, he can still execute whatever move he's trying to do. If you reach and I hit it between the legs and I go past you, I'm past you. It's not like I start the between the legs, but because you reached, now the ball stays in my right hand because I need to protect it. It's completely unrealistic. That's the first thing. Secondly, in terms of a skill gap, you're completely taking away that the person defending the ball actually has to move and react to wherever the ball handler is moving to. As long as you press X, the ball handler cannot move. It just gives him that protect ball animation. Thirdly, it takes your stamina away as a ball handler. So if you have the ball with 8 seconds on the shot clock and they do it 3 times in a row, not only you are not able to move now for probably 5 or 6 seconds of the end of the shot clock there, but now your stamina is drained because you're protecting the ball from the reach animation. Okay, I'm not going to rant on it anymore. If you know what I'm talking about, then you know this is completely broken. Let's move on to the next one. Next up, we have builds with a 60 and below three-point shooting consistently from the three. This is a problem every year. I completely agree. If you watch my last video, I talk about it. Now, in my last video, we were shooting with 50 three-pointers, and it was 3 pure lockdowns, shooting threes and going crazy. And a lot of people were commenting the fact that we were only able to do it because we were legends, because we get the extra badges. Now, listen, it does help. But I know tons of pure locks, and I'm sure a lot of people watching this video know their friend, or maybe you watching this video, has a pure lock and you're not a legend and you can still shoot threes. It's not just the fact that we were legend. It's just the way the game is. Even with a low three-point shot, with only 3 or 4 shooting badges, you can still green consistently. People in Pro-Am do it all the time. They use pure locks in Pro-Am, spot up in the corner with 3 or 4 shooting badges, and they green consistently. It is a problem, the fact that low shooting attribute players can still shoot consistently. It completely takes away the balance of the game, and in my opinion, the game would be much better if your rating really determined how well you could shoot. Badges should absolutely matter as well, but there's no way people with 40, 50, 60 three-pointers should be able to shoot 60, 70, 80% from 3. Does not make any sense. Next up, we have missing wide open dunks because of Intimidator. Now, this goes for not only dunks, but layups as well. I'm sure you guys have experienced it. I've talked about this badge many times. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it, but essentially, Intimidator, if you're just in the area, sometimes not even close, you'd be 6 feet away from them, but because you have Hall of Fame Intimidator, people will miss wide open dunks, wide open layups. And listen, I'm not saying people should make the dunk every single time or make the every single time. Obviously, even NBA players miss dunks and layups, but the frequency at which people miss layups and dunks because of Intimidator, I think we can all agree, is way too high. You literally can miss a wide open dunk to win the game because someone has Intimidator on and they're 6 feet away from you and they looked at you the wrong way. Come on, man. I think we can all agree on that one. Next, baseline dunks and even baseline layups, like reverse dunks, reverse layups. Literally one of the most broken things in the game. The fact that, one, you can just slide through people when you go for the baseline dunk. They could be in perfect position and you just slide through them and go up for the dunk or the layup. But secondly, the game makes the person auto contest half the time on the wrong side of the hoop. So if they drive from the left side, it makes the person auto contest on the left side of the hoop while the offensive player goes for the reverse dunk onto the right side of the hoop. I don't know. It's just something about the gameplay mechanics that's broken. I mean, there's people that literally play on the twos and they run to the corner and then try to run for a baseline dunk all game long. Now, obviously, you can stop it eventually, but it's broken. It's so broken to the point that people literally, that's their game plan, to spam reverse dunks. Come on now. Next, we have post hook greens on 100% covered. Now, this goes for post hooks, and I would even say close shots. Both of them are completely broken. You can make them against any type of defense. Doesn't matter if it's 100% contested or 80%, 60%, if it's a center, guard, it doesn't matter. You can hook over them and it goes in way too often. Even the problem with it is, even if the defense plays it perfectly, there's a very good chance it still goes in, which means it's broken. If the person on offense, does a little shimmy, gets the defender to slide to their left shoulder, then they shoot a hook over their right shoulder, they created the space, they got open, they should make it. But in NBA 2K20, there's no skill to it. You can just spam it and it'll go in majority of the time. So that's another gameplay feature that's clearly broken. Next, we have dribble glitching up the court. Now, if you don't play the game a lot, you probably don't know this, but any person that plays the game a lot, somewhat competitively or extremely competitively, you know what this is. On the threes, you see the point guard get the inbounds. What's he do? He just starts spamming between the legs up the court. Now, why does he do this? One, it's a dribble glitch in the game that, you're holding LT while you're spamming the LT or L2 or whatever, while you're spamming the between the legs up the court. One, it's really, really hard to steal. Unless you get like a lucky bump steal, you're not going to steal it. And secondly, even more brokenly, the defensive player cannot attach to the offensive player. So you can't like body up with him when you're holding L2. You can't, try to, bump him or make him pick up his dribble or anything like that. You can't attach to him. He just slides through the defender. Even if it's a lock, a pure lock, doesn't matter. It's a glitch. He slides through him as he spams the between the legs. It's so broken that a lot of competitive Pro-Am leagues banned dribble glitching up the court because it completely takes away the skill of actually like dribbling the ball and actually getting the ball up court, dealing with, full court pressure, all that stuff. They banned the dribble glitch, spamming the between the legs up the court. Most Pro-Am leagues banned it. That's how broken it is. The contests from behind in paint defense. Okay, paint defense in general is a little weird this year, okay? Even it's almost better to end up behind the offensive player. Now, if you have pogo stick on, which we've already talked about pogo stick in the past, if you're behind the guy, like it's really tough for them to be able to go up and just, even though technically they have better positioning, unless they spam pump fake like 1,000 times and get you way out of position, if they just go up, most of the time you get 100% contested layup or you end up blocking it from behind. Now, listen, obviously if you time the jump correctly, and you have a decent defensive rating, there's nothing wrong with it. In real life, you could get a contest from behind, but also in real life, if you get position inside, if you're an inside scoring center, you get position inside somebody, majority of the time, it's an easy layup or an easy dunk. But in this game, majority of the time, it's the exact opposite. It's a heavily contested layup or you're getting blocked. So something's wrong with the paint defense that they need to correct. But also, as we talked about in the past, pogo stick is completely broken and removes any type of skill when it comes to paint defense, because you could just spam block and basically you'll get the ball, you get the block, you'll get the contest. Eventually it'll work. Hop steps and close shots. So we already talked about close shots, how basically they go in, even if it's missed time jumper, whether it's contested jumper, doesn't matter, it goes in if it's a close shot majority of the time. So that's broken. But hop steps, the main thing that's broken about hop steps is fancy footwork and the fact that you can do a hop step and it will freeze the defender. I feel like that should never happen. Like it's almost like it's like a stun animation off the hop step. That's the main thing that's broken. If they fix that, then I feel like hop steps will not be nearly as OP. But the fact that you can stun your opponent with a hop step, in my opinion, makes absolutely no sense. Okay, the next two are not really things broken about the gameplay, but they're more just ideas for 2K21. You guys let me know what you think. I know a lot of people are going to agree, a lot of people are going to disagree. All right, so the first one is Quill says +5 at 99.9 makes every build unrealistically overpowered. Without these ratings, builds would actually be more balanced. So you guys know, like, when you hit 95, that's what we thought was going to be the caps on your attributes. And then we found out that you could get another +5 for every overall that you go up until 99.9. Quill saying without those +5s, the game and the builds in general would be much more balanced. You know, builds that wouldn't be able to speed boost at 95 overall, but then they can at 99.9. Well, they wouldn't be able to speed boost because you wouldn't be getting that +5. Builds that, you know, didn't get contact dunks until, you know, 99. Now they wouldn't have them because you're only 95. The ratings you would have at 95. I don't know. I feel like a lot of people agree. A lot of people disagree. Let me know what you think about that one. And the last suggestion or kind of idea that we're going to go over real quick is whites. It should either be green or a miss. I don't care. Now, I feel like players that aren't really that good at timing their shots obviously aren't going to agree with this because they're going to miss a lot. But I feel like on a competitive side, most people would agree with this. Like, I hate it when people make whites. If it's not green on a jump shot, it should not count. I'm not talking about layups and all that. On jump shots, if it's not green, like, it shouldn't go in if you're playing competitively. Now, if they wanted to implement this, they could do it in, like, different game. Park, just leave it the same. But if you want to have, like, maybe in the stage, greens only, or maybe just like an event, maybe a park event with greens only, I think that's something they could think about. Now, that's not really like something broken in 2K20, like I said. It's just an idea for 2K21. Maybe an event or something. I don't think they should do it all the time because a lot of the casual players would not be happy. But let me know what you guys think. As I said in the beginning, comment down below what are the most broken things about NBA 2K20 so we could get it fixed for NBA 2K21 and hopefully have the best 2K we've had to date. But hopefully y'all enjoyed. Drop a like if you did. Subscribe if you guys are new. I'm out. Peace.